Welcome, dear viewers, to another installment of the Irony Files, where we peel back the layers of political absurdity and bask in the glow of bureaucratic brilliance. Today, we're diving into the murky waters of the Real ID Act, a legislative relic from the Jurassic era of 2005 that has miraculously resurfaced just in time to remind us that government efficiency is an oxymoron. Yes, you heard correctly. The Real ID Act, a brainchild of the George Bush administration, has finally been dusted off and given new life by none other than the maestro of reality TV governance himself, President Donald J. Trump. Why implement a law 20 years after its inception, you ask? Well, because nothing says urgent national security measure like a couple of decades on the back burner. For those of you blissfully unaware, the Real ID Act requires all U.S. travelers to possess a shiny new Real ID compliant card to board domestic flights. Forget about your state-issued IDs. Those are so passé. It's high time we embrace a system that bolsters our safety by making fraudulent IDs harder to forge, or so says the Transportation Security Administration. After all, who wouldn't want to add an extra layer of bureaucracy to their travel plans? Long live the DMV. Naturally, this latest move has stirred the pot among conservatives. Kentucky's own Rep. Thomas Massie, a man known for his spirited debates and love of liberty, has taken to the digital soapbox to voice his discontent. Real ID provides no benefit, he proclaims, with the kind of conviction that makes you wonder if he's secretly auditioning for a role in a political drama. As long as the pilot's door is locked and no one has weapons, why do you care that someone who flies has government permission? A fair point, Mr. Massie. After all, nothing screams freedom like having to prove your innocence before boarding a flight. Even former vice presidential candidate and Alaska's own maverick, Sarah Palin, has joined the fray. She questions the necessity of this newfangled, burdensome requirement because clearly existing ID requirements have been doing such a stellar job of keeping us safe. One can only imagine the eye rolls and sarcastic smirks exchanged in the halls of power as this debate rages on. But wait, there's more. The Trump administration, ever keen on cracking down on illegal immigration, has argued that implementing Real ID will help achieve this noble goal. Ah yes, because nothing deters would-be terrorists and criminals quite like a sternly worded memo from the DMV. Aviation security, they cry, as if the ghosts of 9/11 are nodding in approval from the great beyond. And let's not forget the chorus of lawmakers who echo the sentiment that Real ID is, in fact, a violation of our civil liberties. Ron Paul, that ever-watchful guardian of freedom, has labeled the act as one of the greatest threats to our rights since, well, the last great threat. His compatriot, New Hampshire State Rep. Joe Alexander, passionately decries it as a violation of the 14th Amendment, because heaven forbid the federal government should dictate how we travel between states. Just say no indeed. Meanwhile, the Department of Homeland Security is quick to assure us that this move is not only necessary, but also long overdue. A memo obtained by Fox News Digital claims that Real ID will close the gaping vulnerabilities left by previous administrations. Because obviously, those pesky vulnerabilities have just been waiting for the perfect moment to make a dramatic comeback. As this political theater unfolds, one can't help but marvel at the sheer audacity of it all. We're witnessing a masterclass in bureaucratic acrobatics, where the art of doing something about nothing is elevated to new heights. It's a spectacle that only the Trump administration could produce. A reality show where the stakes are high, the dialogue is sharp, and the plot twists are as predictable as a daytime soap opera. Before we wrap up this satirical journey through the land of Real ID, let's take a moment to reflect on the brilliance of it all. In a world where government actions often defy logic, where laws are enacted decades after their conception, and where the absurd is paraded as the norm, we, the humble observers, are left to ponder the true meaning of it all. Is it a comedy, a tragedy, or perhaps a genre unto itself, a political farce for the ages? So, dear viewers, what do you think of this whole Real ID debacle? Is it a necessary step towards national security, or just another chapter in the epic saga of governmental overreach? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let us know where you stand on the issue. And while you're at it, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and join us on this journey of irony and wit. Until next time, stay skeptical, stay informed, and remember, when it comes to politics, sometimes the joke's on us.